Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Darenk, and today we're gonna continue Rune-Keeper with skirmishes. I said I wouldn't do the skirmish tutorial on stream, but you know what? Maybe some people are new to this kind of stuff, and it might be good to go through a tutorial and everything and explain on the way how stuff works. Because, I don't know, why not? So skirmishes are basically a randomized instance. You start at the same map every time, so you have... This is just a tutorial, it does not exist. But you have... I can't see, look at them. You have... yeah, I can see. You have quite a bunch of skirmishes. The map is the same, but the quest... Well, the main quest is always the same, like your objective, you have to defend this, you have to go on and kill that boss, it's always the same. But what enemies you face will be different, and they will put in lieutenants that are different every time randomized. And you have a little soldier guy. You can summon a soldier to help you. The tutorial, all you have is a soldier. But then afterwards you can choose what you want. And you will also have access to him even if you group, so you can do skirmishes in a 3-man, you can do them, you can 6-man them, you can raid them. All of them. And you can always take your guys. So if you do a raid, you have 12 guys and 12 skirmish soldiers. So it's quite busy. He's gonna talk for a little bit. It's not that interesting. And skirmishes are scalable, so you can, you know, scale it up. Now, just as a normal 6-man or whatever, you don't really get good loot. You get skirmish marks, medallions, nothing really good. The raids have special items, and you can get seals out of them, if I remember correctly. I've actually done a new skirmish since the patch. And, yeah. Where's my guy? See, my soldier is already dead or something. Oh no, he's stuck. Yeah, skirmish soldiers are very stupid. Problem number 1 of them. He's stuck. Look at that. Alright, so what you want to do is, you can always summon him, and he will be on your side. There's a slight cooldown, and you can do it while, you know, in combat. Then the other thing you can do, see, we're going to want to mark for this objective. The higher the level, the more reward you can get. Another thing you can do is you can send him to attack stuff. So you can, you know, if you're a hunter or a Rune-Keeper, you might want to send your guy in first and he takes the damage while you stand back here and deal damage. So that's one thing you can do if you're a skirmish soldier. And then your objective is always to take control of these points. And then there's 2 different kinds of skirmishes. You're gonna have defensive skirmishes, where you're gonna take a point, and then stuff is gonna attack you, and you have to defend. Or you can do an offensive, where stuff will already be at the control point, and you have to attack it. And then there's one exception, which is the survival, where the Great Bear Survival, I think it's called, where stuff just comes and your goal is to survive as long as possible, and the longer you survive, the more marks you get. And then you get side quests all the time that encounters that give you like extra marks. So you always want to do an encounter, and then my guy's stuck again. It's just really stupid. So, whenever you do that, you get deeds that you can finish, and then you get a count. Something you note, if you have a melee guy, he will always stand in front of you. Which can be a problem, because he will pull stuff. So let's say, hey, there would be stuff, you're in a group, and you stand like this. He will run forward and pull everything, everybody's bad at you. If you want to avoid that, you can turn around. The guy will always stay in front of you, unless he's stupid like this. And that way you can avoid, you know, pulling a group that's in front of you. It's just kind of weird. And people won't get mad at you. Or you just take a range guy, and range guy will always stay behind you, and you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna tell our guy to attack this. Alright, and then, you know, skirmishes always take about the same time. They're relatively quick, they're like 10-20 minutes, depending which one you do. Offenses can be faster because you don't have to wait for counterattacks and stuff, while defensive ones can take longer because you have to wait for stuff to attack. Alright, that's the first skirmish we finished. After this one, you're gonna do the defense at the Prancing Pony. You have to do it. You can do it any level. You can see we can tier it up. So tier 2 will make it more difficult. Tier 3 too. So the stuff will be stronger and you get more lieutenants. So lieutenants are extra strong monsters. But you get better rewards. And I think actually to get seals, you might have to do tier 3. I don't remember. Oh, that's to get a chance for a first aid to drop. That could be. And then I can only do the one size for now because I'm doing the intro still. So we have to do this for the intro still. We're gonna have to talk him talking, blah blah blah. He's gonna tell us about soldiers and how we can outfit them. So there are 6 different kinds. We'll see in a minute. La la. We will get a warrior. So the warriors are like champions that will run in and do AoE damage and bleed damage. It's not very high, but you know, it can be a difference. So you train the role of the warrior. You spend skirmish marks to make him better. We don't want to do it because I want to keep the warrior. So you buy that, and then you go over here to this guy and equip it. So in the attribute you do a warrior. Confirm it. And now we have a warrior, and we can summon him. And that's our warrior. And you can, if you right click on him, you can rename him whatever you want. Alright, so defense, Bree is a defensive one. So stuff will just attack all the time, and then, you know, it's different waves. And then there's breaks. And then there's wave again. So those are a little bit more difficult because you can't, you know, recover if somebody dies. They're more hacked. They're more hacked. Well, offensive are nice and easy. You just go there whenever you're ready to attack. You attack. Have to consult with him again. The rewards out of the skirmishes are. We only get 1 mark. It's a tutorial, but even if you do it on 100, we get like a few hundred marks per skirmish. Instances are still better. And they're more fun. But skirmishes can add a little, you know, extra. Especially in raids, they're quite fun, I think. If you play with a group of friends, 6-man or raids. You can 6-man a raid, and skirmish is quite easy. From the south, so from this side. And there we go, we have a lieutenant. Protector of the Wild. This is a special one. Just for the tutorial. But you will get these lieutenants that are extra strong monsters and have special attacks. And there's quite a few, and it's actually quite fun finding them all. And what I like a lot is when you play solo, you won't see them all. You actually have to group with people to see them all. Like there's stuff that only comes in groups. And every time you defeat a lieutenant, you will gain, you know, a little bit. You have a chance of gaining some marks. So I get 10 marks for that. All right. It's the final assault. Again, this is the tutorial, so it's not normal. Skirmish would take a lot longer. Ooh. Okay. And we should get a boss now somewhere. The Architect of the Assault. There we go. Can send our skirmish guy in here. If you die in a skirmish, you don't get anything. What happens is you will get a debuff and earn less skirmish marks to the end of the skirmish. So if you die, you gain less reward. Makes sense, I guess. Alright, move on. Nice and easy. Yeah, it's just talking about skirmish camps. So in skirmish camps you can do quite a lot. Hopefully you know that by now. In skirmish camps you get scrolls of empowerment, scrolls of delving, first age symbols for the lower levels, just a lot of stuff, and you can upgrade your guy. So you can see now, if it doesn't print out, he will always be in front of me. So if you don't want this to happen because there's somebody there, just turn around and he goes at least to the side of you. I don't know why he's not going there. But that way you don't pull stuff if you're a melee guy. There you go, now he goes. Maybe I have to look. So next decision we have to make is what kind of skirmish do we want to have. You can switch them out, but it's super expensive, so it's really good to pick one now and stay with it. Alright. Guess it doesn't touch it. So we have warriors, archers, a sage, a banner guard, herbalists, and protectors. Let's go through them. So the warrior is the one we already have. It does a lot of AoE damage and bleeds, so it's a DPS guy. Archer is like a hunter. He will stay behind you and shoot guys. Important thing, he will give a 5% range damage buff, so it's quite good for hunters because you get the extra damage. Sage is lawmass basically. He has a few roots and stuff and does a lot of tactical damage, and I think he also has a 5% tactical damage thing. Banner guard gives everybody in your group buffs. He can heal a little bit, he can tank a little bit. He's like a little bit of everything. Herbalist is a healer. He can heal your power and your health and everybody in the group. And then Protector is a guard. He will, force people on them so they don't detect them instead of yourself. If you're not sure what you want, Herbalist is always the best. Because he will heal you, he will heal your power. It's always good to be healed. And he's also very useful if you do a raid, a 12-man raid, 6-man. If you play with somebody else, you get extra heals. Extra heals are always good. So Herbalist is always good. Protector I would not recommend. Only if you know you're only gonna do solo stuff. Because if you do a 12-man raid with a Protector, your main guard is gonna be super annoying because the Protector is gonna pull from the guard all the time. It can cause a lot of confusion. So if you group a lot, Protector is bad. If you just play solo, Protector is just fine. Banner guard, if you play a lot of groups, if you have like a group of 6 friends you play with all the time, one should pick a banner guard. It's a little boost. Why not? I like the sage a lot. I'm going to talk about it in a second. And archer warriors are always good as well. So I would say if you don't know what to pick the herbalist. If you know you're going to group a lot and nobody has a banner guard yet, pick the banner guard. Otherwise, pick a warrior, archer, or sage, whatever fits your playstyle the most. I'm going to pick the sage. Why? I'm going to show you here in a second. I think I have to read this. No. And if you picked something wrong here, that's fine. You can always reskill. So this guy... Oh, that's a trainer. We need a skirmish trainer here. This guy will give you the skills. So you have the roles. You have archer, warrior, sage, protector, banner guard. So all is good by picking this. My sage is already level 3. So let's look at some of the skills. So the protector has taunting, threatening shout, and AoE. So he generates threat, right? The warrior has bleeds, and then a lot of AoEs. Archer has, archering stuff, shooting stuff. And he can heal himself. can wield his self-power. Banner Guard, as said, can buff everybody's armor, he can heal people, he can do some damage, he can threat. So he's like a captain. Here, Sage has AoE damage, but he also has debuffs, which I like. So here you can see debuff attack duration. Area effect, here debuff, he can root people. Debuff, he can lower resistance. So I like that. And that's also very useful in groups, right? If you do a raid, it's always good to debuff, you know, attack duration a little bit. Herbalist, again, lots of healings. Power here, which is always pretty awesome. So Herbalist is also always very good in raids. And then you can also train them to make the guys a little bit stronger themselves. You can make it so you can only see the ones that you want. Okay, so before I go anything else, let's equip my guy. So we want to put in the Sage in here. Now we have 2 skills. We can put them in. You can see I could buy another skill and put it in. And then once I hit level 61, I can put another skill in as well. I can put in 4 more attribute things, but those will be all cosmetic. So I could make him a dwarf, I could make him, you know, a hobbit or something. Training is I make my skirmish guy better, and personal is I make myself better in skirmishes. So training, this will make my Sage better. So I can give him armor, having some armor, or I can give him critical rating. Makes sense, he will crit more. Personal is I make myself better. So in a skirmish, I will have more armor. Just, you know, it's what I have for free. It's not what I want. And then I confirm this, and now I have this active. Now, every class has super skills. You have to buy those with marks and medallions. And I can only have 1 active. So you can give a protector either self-reliance, so he heals himself, or the defender strike, where he generates a high damage skill. You can give your warrior big AoE, or you can give him a skill that debuffs the enemy. You can give the archer a skill that increases range damage by 5%, I think it's 5% for everybody else, which is great in raids. Or you can give him a bleed. Banner Guard, and you can look for it. For our Sage, we could give them high damage skill for 1 target, or we can give them a further debuff. I like the debuff because, you know, if I do skirmishes, I normally do it in groups, so giving another debuff is always good. Oh, those are not even the ultimate. Sorry. So this is just a skill you can learn. Well, I will want to learn this one for sure. Sorry, I thought those were the ultimate. So here are the ultimates. It's been so long that I did this. So we can do the Defend of All for the Protector, the more threat, you know, better damage for our Berserker, for our Champion, Bleed. Same with the Archer, Banner Guard, but we are interested in the Sage. So, Sage, we get a high tactical damage, or we can give him another debuff. Well, you guys already know I like the debuff one, so this is the one that can only pick one. Oh, my level is too low. You have to be level 60 for those. Alright, that's fine. Oh, my level is too low for that too. Oh, I already bought it. Okay, never mind. I think the other one auto-equipped. Let's manage our traits here. Yeah, this one auto-equipped. Good. Alright, so let's talk about the training and the personal really quick. Training makes your guy better. So for me, the armor stuff doesn't matter. The critical is good. More morale, more power is good. More tactical mastery is good. You can equip 4. So we want tactical mastery, we want critical rating, we want probably incompetent power region is not that great. We probably want boundless morale and boundless power. For personal, for that affects ourselves. Again, we want physical mastery, tactical mastery. We want see what else is good. Armor penetration is always good. And you gotta decide for yourself. I mean, crit rating is always good. And then probably the armor penetration. And then don't forget to equip it. So we can't equip it all yet, but whatever. So I'm gonna give this to him and then probably the power. And for ourselves, we're gonna put this in and then that. No, this. Yeah. Alright. And then we would be ready for our first skirmish. But we can do this next episode. One quick thing. There are tokens that you can summon your skirmish soldier into, the normal playing world. So if you have a guy you really have trouble defeating, you can buy those or win those somewhere and summon your skirmish guy. Also, if you start a skirmish, so here are all the skirmishes. Remember, defensive, you have defend something, offensive is you don't, so those are easier, and then the survival. So if you open one on level, you get 100% marks. If I would open one under level, we would get less marks. So you always want to do at least on level or higher. If I open one on T3, you can see we get more marks. But yeah, we'll play around this next episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. If you have any questions or comments, just put it down on YouTube. Thank you very much, and bye.